How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. What the heck is happening with the crypto market? We just got some big news from Ethereum, and as you can see, there's no red on this board. Everything is pumping right now, and some of it's pumping in the last hour. I want to talk about that and what we have to look forward to over the coming days and weeks. If you don't mind, hitting the like button and subscribe button, I really do appreciate that. It helps out the channel. I also want to thank Binance. There's a link to them underneath the video, but more on that later. So the market is pumping. We have Bitcoin up 7% over the last 24 hours. It's up a decent amount over the last hour. We have Ethereum up 14%. And as you can see, we saw a little bit of a pump when the CPI reading came out. Actually, a pretty sizable pump. We went up from 23,000 up to 24,000. But then we started to fall down. And it looked like maybe this was just going to fall right back down to the level that we had seen it before. But over the last hour, you can see we had about a $400, $500 pump. Now, we have been at this level before and been rejected a few times. If we look a few days ago, actually, we were right at 24.6 and then got rejected and came back down before hitting 25,000. Now, with that in mind, I still think Bitcoin is a little bit undervalued right now because you can see that on the dominance, we are seeing it fall to almost 41%, which is a level that we have not seen since January. About halfway through January, we were around the same level, which is showing me that a lot of people feel really strongly about this market. They're starting to pile back into altcoins. And part of that is also because Ethereum is doing so well. You can see it's pumping right now as well, almost at $2,000. You can see that we have gone up over 100% from the bottom, more than 100% now. And there's good reason for that. A lot of people are excited about the merge coming up. Personally, I was wrong about this. I thought it was going to be pushed back again because it's been pushed back so many times, but we just got some news, something that just happened within the last 10 minutes, which I'll show you here in a second. But you can see also that Ethereum versus Bitcoin is at a pretty high ratio right now, something that we also haven't seen really since beginning of January 2022. We have been pumping up a lot in that ratio recently, almost up to 0.08. So what just happened with Ethereum? Well, we are one step closer to the merge, and we're really all set for the merge. I'll give you the details on that in a second, but I do want to thank Binance. Now, if you're looking for an exchange, I think Binance is one of the best ones out there. I've been talking about that a lot. And the fact is I have the most amount of my crypto on Binance compared to any other exchange. They also launched zero fee trading, which is really the future. I mean, you don't have to pay for stock trades. Why should you have to pay for crypto trades? A lot of other apps just can't do that at this point. There are links underneath the video. You can get up to a $600 welcome bonus on Binance, and there is a link down there to Binance.us as well. Now, keep in mind, those bonuses are only good with the links underneath the video. They have giveaways running all the time that can range from $10,000 to $100,000 and more, so definitely check out those links underneath the video. So earlier today, we had one of the Ethereum developers say that we only had 3 hours until the final merge of the testnets. This is the most significant test merge to date, as it's the very last testnet merge before mainnet and the longest running beacon chain testnet to date. After Garelli, we merged the Ethereum main network. Years of work fully activated. And you can see we just had that merge. It just happened within the last few minutes. So that is another reason Ethereum is pumping right now, because we had another successful merge. We had another successful step towards Ethereum 2.0. I shouldn't say it Ethereum 2.0. They changed the name, but they made one more step to the merge. The reason the merge is so important, just as a reminder again, and then I'll tell you about some other things that we have to pay attention to. The triple halving will see the annual emission of new Ethereum drop from 4.3% to 0.43%. So put another way, this drops from 13,000 new Ethereum a day to 1,300. The reason this is so big is because it actually takes out a ton of selling pressure. Right now, Ethereum miners oftentimes will sell their bag as soon as they get it, and then they will do different things with it, pay for their electricity, pay for new rigs, but this will cut out $600 million a month in selling pressure. Think about that, $7 billion a year. At today's market cap, that's about 3%, 4%. And we are also changing the Ethereum economy from its current mine and dump of proof of work to fundamentally different with different incentives. So instead of dumping and paying for electricity, paying for more mining rigs, things like that, just to vie for the same Ethereum, you're actually going to be able to just restake your Ethereum. So instead of dumping all the time, people are going to be incentivized to hold all the time, and they'll just get more and more and more. And we can't forget about EIP 1559. This has burned a lot of Ethereum already and has caused it to become actually deflationary at some times. So with this change to the new system, proof of stake, we'll have emissions drop by 90%. We'll also have EIP 1559 make Ethereum deflationary. So you're going to get rewarded for holding it, and it's going to be harder and harder to buy it at the same time. You're also going to have less selling pressure, and you're going to have the economics just generally change. Now, with that in mind, there's still a lot of news for Bitcoin just in and of itself. So many exciting things are happening for Ethereum. I think Bitcoin is being overshadowed a bit. We have a lot of large institutions that still would rather buy Bitcoin because it's just fundamentally better understood and easier to value, in my opinion, than something like Ethereum or another layer one. You can see many of the large companies are still picking Bitcoin first, like Fidelity. They're going to allow retirement savings and 401ks with Bitcoin. We also have BlackRock that is going to only offer Bitcoin, at least to start. And then, we still have it as this somewhat of an inflation hedge. The reason I say that is because it hasn't exactly worked as an inflation hedge, but I think whenever there's a lot of stimulus or there's a lot of money pumped into the system, it makes people remember that they really should be buying something that has a set rule book to it, as a set amount of supply. And recently we just got the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, which just shows that the government doesn't really know what they're doing. So we have all this good news. Why isn't the market pumping even more? Well, you can see from this chart that the risk-taking levels for fund managers is currently lower than 2008. So that's one reason. We just don't have large money piling in. At the same time, we have so much inflation that it's harder for normal retail investors to be able to jump in and to ape in into some of these different coins. It's really the institutions that push up the prices, push down the prices, but there's just not much risk taking right now. So the fact is that as time goes on and as the markets peel from the last year of risk off and of bad news over the last six months to a year, more money will be put into cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think, again, that's why it's important to dollar cost averaging. Now, I think that this is going to be big for Ethereum. I think we still could see a big push going up until the merge. We have 39 more days, I believe, until the merge happens. On September 19 or September 20 is when we should see that happen. So I think we will pump up. Now, I don't like chasing anything in crypto. You can see that we've already jumped up a lot. And as I said, the Bitcoin dominance has fallen down. I'm going to stick with what I was already doing, which is I'm still holding my Ethereum, but I'm going to continue to dollar cost average into Bitcoin just because it is lower risk in my opinion, and there's less chance of a sell-off. Now, I still want to buy more Ethereum, and maybe I'll be sitting here in a few months saying, hey, I wish I would have picked up more Ethereum, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. We all have to take calculated bets, but I think it makes sense to buy Bitcoin. It probably won't fall down as much if there is some kind of big news that's negative. It won't fall down as much as some of these other altcoins, especially with the dominance as low as it is. It still has upside though, even just getting back to old highs. The fact is it's still going to go up almost 200% just to hit the all-time high again. Now, let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Thank you so much to Binance. I really do appreciate you guys checking out the link underneath the video. Again, they have free Bitcoin trading, so definitely check that out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.